Hello everybody, welcome to the Huddersfield Town preview show. I'm delighted to be joined by manager Lee Grant in our 1908 space. Lee, a really important, positive performance and win in midweek. Just how important was that?
Yeah, really important. There's no doubt about it. We'd set our stall out prior to the competition beginning that we felt like and thought it was a competition that we'd like to progress and want to have a real run at, if we're honest. So, look, getting to the next stage, really important. And obviously, Mansfield was the next test in front of us. So making sure the result was positive was an absolute must on the night. And I think in general for us, with where we've been at, with the trajectory of the form, also the performance was of the highest importance as well. So to get both things ticked off was really pleasing. So a positive night for sure.
It's quite clear what the physical tests we've had at present are with 12 senior players not being available to us. Mentally though, what have you guys been having to cope with? What are the main things that you've had on your agenda of either trying to fix or avoid?
Yeah. Well, look, firstly on that, having that smaller group does somewhat narrow the focus for the group that's remaining, which in a sense for me is positive. So we headed into the week with a tight group, small group, with people knowing full well that there's going to be big demand on minutes and being ready. Putting your hand up, everybody being ready, everybody being used. So full credit to the group on that, because I've loved the way they've gone about that so far, and we've got to continue that energy and intent into another important game this weekend. And then of course, whenever you're in a run of form that you don't like and important that you want to turn around, shaping the way you head into games is important. And I've seen the shoots of that over the last few weeks, but we've not got the result that we really wanted. So did I enjoy the way the team started against Bolton at home here? Yeah, I really did. Did I enjoy the way the team started at Wickham and the first two passages of play in the first 15 minutes at Bolton away? Yeah, again, there's loads of stuff in there that I've loved, and the group, when we've looked back, that we've really enjoyed. But we know results have been really important for us, and making sure on Tuesday night that we went into the game with high intent, good attitude, go after the game, that was really key. So we've also had a lot of conversations over the past few weeks about that. So it was good to see the lads head into the game with a bit more freedom about themselves. And they've got to continue that in the league. So important, Raj. Got to continue it. We all want to see it. They're desperate for it themselves. I know it. I can feel it. I can see it in the way they're training and the way they are around the training ground. So, looking forward to seeing that translate this weekend.
Yeah, as much as we're having a conversation ahead of the weekend about turning form around and putting smiles on faces, they'll have the same conversation down in Devon this week as well.
100%.
How much does that become a factor?
Well, look, there's probably two sides to it. I mean, look, our form has not been where we've wanted it to be. And I'm pretty sure their manager will be saying the same things in his press conference. Us, however, we're in a position where I think, if we're being honest, Plymouth Argyle fans would snap their hands off for. So we've got to be mindful of that and know that we are and should be confident and have full belief and trust in where we are and what we're doing and what we've produced over the course of this season to this point. We just have to see it more often. We have to see it more consistently. We have to own that as well. We've acknowledged it. I've acknowledged it. And I'm glad to see that the guys on Tuesday really took that. And even when you get some adversity in a game, managed to wrestle momentum back, fight their way back to really good control and dominance, and go on and win the game comfortably. So, look, we know it's going to be a real test. I don't think their form makes them any less dangerous or doesn't reduce the qualities of their players. Highly technical team, lots of really talented young players. One or two senior ones in there. They've added in another one today, which will give them a bit extra as well in the changing room. So look, We know the threats, we know the qualities they possess, but again, for us, the confidence and the belief that we've shown across plenty of occasions this season should be there within the group, and they should trust and believe in themselves to go and deliver it on Saturday.
Just going back to availability and team news, are there any differences for Saturday at all?
No, as you've already mentioned, we're going to be without a hell of a lot of senior players, and so Joe Lowe, unfortunately, will be missing, who obviously has started a lot of games for us this season. His calf issue will rule him out, but hopefully with the international break shouldn't rule him out of too many more league fixtures, if any more. Lyndon Gooch, we've not had right back with us on the grass yet, but is in the latter stages now, and look, he's going to be in contention, I think. So that's a positive because, yeah, post the last fixture, we were worried whether or not, how that scan would look and whether he'd be available to us. So we have to take that as a positive right now, even though he's not trained with us just yet. So again, that will be all that we'll have coming back, and obviously with an international break on the horizon, an opportunity for a few more to recover and be with us.
I say this touching wood and with a real desire not to curse us, but going into these breaks previously, we haven't had one yet where we've gone in on the back of a victory and been able to enjoy an upswing for that period away from fixtures. How important is it to put that right on this occasion and make sure we've got a better feeling going into this next week?
I think it's key, mate, if I'm being really honest. I think it's key. And as much for the supporters and the club in general, when you talk about feeling and you talk about trajectory, we feel like we owe everybody that a little bit, if I'm being honest. So it's important. Look, the game is what it is. It's 3 points. It's an important league fixture. But let's not hide from the fact that it's an important game for both teams and it's coming right before a break. So none of us want to stew on a result that doesn't go your way for longer than you need to. And if anything, this period of game in quick succession, I've really enjoyed, and I think the squad, despite the fact that we haven't had the numbers, I think the squad prefer it that way as well. So yeah, for sure, an important one in that respect.
It's almost a difference, isn't it, going into that Christmas block where we're playing so much, where we can go in trying to build momentum rather than regain momentum.
Yeah. Establishing our level more often, taking good results with us, and letting that be a template and a foundation for the next one. It's critical right now, for sure.
Best of luck for the weekend.
Cheers, mate.
We'll be back with Captain Ryan Ledson in a moment. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Huddersfield Town Preview Show. I'm pleased to be joined by Club Captain Ryan Ledson. Ryan, up in the 1908, the nice spaces, you don't get to see this as much, neither do we actually. Big win in midweek, an important win for moods and many reasons. Just let us into how the dressing room felt after that one.
Yeah, big one for us. Lads getting minutes on the pitch as well, who probably haven't featured as much. Dion getting 2 goals, made up for Dion. Yeah, brilliant. Ready to go into the weekend now with that under our belt. You know, it was a big one for us at the start of the season when we said we wanted to try and go as far as we can in the Virtue Trophy, and we've managed to secure into the knockout phase. So that's a tick for us.
Assist for you for Dion as well at the time, I'm going to be honest. I thought there was the ball out to the side was the one, but you saw it out the corner of your eye.
That's why you're sitting there. No, listen, just trying running around the box, trying to put balls into the box. I've had a couple this year, but no one sort of got on the end of them, so it was nice for Dion to get on the end of one.
No, you're only too right. And it's nice as well that that's now, that losing streak a little bit is off us back. We've obviously got a big league game this weekend as well that it's just as important to perform as well in.
It is, yeah. It's a big one for us, massive one. Obviously we know league form hasn't been great this last few weeks, so you know it's a big effort from everyone going into the international break that we want to get 3 points and start climbing that table again.
How's it been for you as skipper in that time? Because a lot of people, the supporters as well, look to you to set the tone a little bit. Is that the same in the dressing room? Do you find that extra bit of pressure to do that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But as I say, you're going to have difficult moments. It's about getting through them. It's about standing up and being counted and not hiding away from it. I think, I've got good senior lads in the change room with me as well who can also help with that. And it's about maintaining the confidence and the belief that we can still achieve something this season, which we know we can, and I don't think that'll ever leave the changing room. So yeah, listen, we're confident enough to go into Saturday to get 3 points.
For you as well personally, it feels like you've been here longer than you have been, given the amount of football we've played and given how much we see you. How have this first few months been for you as a Huddersfield Town player?
Really good. I've enjoyed it. It's been a different sort of challenge for me from being at my last club, which I've loved. Getting out of bed every day, it gives me a drive to come in to get this club better, and I've come here for one reason and one reason only. It's to get this club back to where it belongs, and that's what gets me up every day to make that come true. So yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. We've got a great set of lads in that changing room. Love coming into work with the staff, all the lads. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But you know, when you're winning games of football as well, it becomes even better.
Yeah, you enjoy it more after a win, for definite. Last thing I just wanted to ask you is about the supporters, because we obviously started the season brilliantly and got them well on side. Even when we lost the odd game, they still were behind us. Obviously, that relationship, their trust in us has dropped a little bit over the past few weeks. How important is it to you to get that back?
It's massive. Listen, we're stronger as one. It's up to us on the pitch to put in performances for them to be happy about and shout about, and ultimately it's for them to drive us on as well. So if we're all together, we can create such a good atmosphere, especially at the Accu Stadium. We've seen it before at the start of the stadium. It was such a hard place for teams to come to, that, you know, when we're together and we're one and we're off the same page, we're a lot better club.
Ryan, thank you so much for your time. I'll keep asking the questions, you keep putting them forward.
It's all right,